What is up, everybody? Welcome to the live Run Your Mouth podcast. Let me hear it. There we go. Nice. Fuck yeah. We are out in Maryland at the OG Porches of Porches at Max's. This is the porch that started it all. And I got to say, this has been the best show of the whole tour. So,
it's monumental.
How so?
It's crazy. There's still people around. He's got a new porch every fucking year.
Yeah.
This wasn't even here last year. It's
he
like
remodels.
There's fucking legit streetlights that he took out of a fucking basement
It's like
somewhere.
Gotham City.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you were going to do
Dude, don't we all kind of look like henchmen?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, the boss, get some money in there.
You heard the Batman's been moving around town?
These fucking mooks are moving in on Two-Face's turf. We got to go get them.
Yeah.
I love, at this point, if you were going to do a brochure, this is a home with 5 porches.
Oh, for sure.
Putting up some
We
serious
do
numbers.
a one address porch tour next year, just here.
Just move.
Just tour the house.
Yeah. I will say, if I look back 4 years ago, this was the shadiest invite I've ever gotten. He was like, I've got this secondary, and he showed me pictures of what looked like the sex club.
Yeah.
And I don't know why we decided to come here, but we did.
Max, like, I just moved here from Hungary, and I've built this dungeon.
Yeah.
Come perform.
But there's pepper cash.
I can show you how to import women.
To be honest, Max is the first person to ever show me how to use a hole saw on a crate.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. Yeah, that sounds manly.
All right, so
As fuck.
we are going to get into a bunch of news topics. I'm going to say the big theme of this show is that, well,
Rob, don't put beverages on the table.
That's
There's
a
lot of-
fair point. That's
a lot of
no.
convenience.
I'm the biggest putz I've already spilt on this laptop today. So
He also told all of us that we're not allowed to put our beers down for the whole show.
we got this is my entire life savings on this table right now.
True.
So
That's true.
if anything happens to that and that, we're shutting down the business.
Yeah, it's not like you can have a second bar mitzvah.
I need some extra cash, guys.
To be fair, still not quite a man.
So here's a couple of the news themes that we're going to be hitting today. One is people being 100% wrong and then just magnificently moving on from it. And then also the news doing a very good job of giving you all the information around a story without the actual information. Now, before we get into that, Chris, you've got a big show coming up in Rochester. Why don't you plug it for the good fans?
Oh, yeah. Well, not for the people who are here who aren't going to drive.
They
the
might
12
drive.
hours.
They might get in a car right now.
Well, me and Zach, for the people listening at home, me and Zach Amico, August 27th, Rochester, New York, Comedy at the Carlson. You guys sold that. You and Dave sold that out, what, 5 times?
It wasn't. It was a giant bunker of a room. It wasn't quite a sellout, but we did really well.
I'm sure people that are listening to this will come through.
Yes.
Andy Malfarina is going to be there. You know
Hell
him
yeah.
from this show. It's going to be a fucking fun time.
Nice. Menuhin, you got anything you want to throw out there for the Run Your Mouth listeners?
Not yet, man. I'm in New
Go
York.
by Black Captain. Why don't you pitch
Oh yes,
that?
Black Captain. Yeah, the show that.
Did you
me
get a
and
piece of
Rob-
that?
Huh?
Did you get a production credit
Yeah,
on that?
that's why.
Chew it.
Dude, what is that on Audible? I've been telling. First
Promote
of all,
the thing I'm gonna
I'm
get
just going
money
to throw
on.
this to
I'm
you.
playing.
I've been telling Rob for years.
What's up?
Get an Audible affiliate deal, which is easy to get, and then just tell everybody that listens to both of your podcasts to download that with their free credit, and then immediately cancel Audible, and you guys get double payments.
Hey,
I do like double
I
payments.
mean, that's great. Yeah, double payments. Yeah.
All right, and then before we get into the news, also you guys just dropped a brand new album, so why don't you shout it out?
Yeah,
Nice.
The Ship is Burning, produced by Tom Sawyer, mixed by Kay over in Connecticut.
Nice.
Where do you get it?
You can get it on all streaming platforms.
Spotify.
Apple Music, if you're on Samsung. What are those other weird ones? All the other weird ones.
Tidal.
And we got other music on there, so please go check it out. And the SHEDCAST every Thursday with this man, Robbie
There
the
you
Fire
go.
Bernstein.
Nice.
And then one last question before we get into the news. Last week you drank authentic Flint, Michigan water.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it
Did
was
you guys
I
have
had
a quado growing out of you?
I had a bad week. I had to take all week of work off. And so it was bad.
Green
Dude,
pubic
I
hair.
accidentally drank water in Mexico City 3 hours. I was fine.
Yeah.
You were out for a week
Week.
from Flint, Michigan?
It was. I lost the competition. I was out. I was water out of both ends for a
There's
couple
a
days.
whole field to talk on, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, you
but
two.
there's
Hey,
literally-
pink shirt. Hey, man bun.
Man bun.
What are you fucking? He's still not paying. Good. I'm so glad there's one black lady here to yell at people for us. Fucking If she gets up, she's gonna hit you with a cane she's not even holding.
And it's not a movie, so she wasn't the one talking.
Dude, and they were standing in front of her. I didn't even know she was there
She's like, I'm trying to
until I
listen.
saw her hand moving around yelling.
She's like, this is a listening show.
Yeah.
So that's commitment to the bit. You had to take the week off from work.
I did, and
And,
then Thursday I started feeling all right. So today was my first day coming out of the house.
there you go.
Feeling
The
okay.
man's rebounding.
Wow.
All right,
That's
so
crazy.
You should go watch Run Your Mouth. It was a good episode.
All right, so let's get into this. Was the biggest news story of the week? This is from the New York Times. Walensky citing botched pandemic response, calls for CDC reorganization. So it's a reorganization where she's still going to remain in charge. Like she's not looking to give up the post, but other than that, if they can reorganize. And there's a lot about this that's offensive to me. First and foremost,
It's like when you clean your room, but you just push everything under the bed. That's the reorganization of the CDC.
I mean, how do you, for 2 years, tell people we have the word of God, and then just switch to, well, we got to reorganize? Yeah. Like, if we just get our structure right, we can go back to having prophecies.
I feel like it's just like, remember when Kramer had the Merv Griffin set in his house? And he just pulled the plug. He's like, we got to retool and think about this. Frunk.
So one of the moves that they're pulling is going, well, we need to have clearer communication. And I feel like it was pretty clear. They said safe and effective. They said vaccinated won't get it or spread it. They said to need to wear a mask, stay at home. And they said it was a pandemic of the unvaxxed. They said it was everyone's got to get tested. Generally speaking, they preached lockdowns. In
Also
fact,
the pangolin thing.
Right. They were trying to say it
Yeah.
came out of that Chinese people eat weird things. That's the official statement. Yeah. They got on the news and they're like, it's not our fault they eat weird shit.
Yeah,
We've been recommending them for
they
years.
keep thinking all these things to make their penis hard. It's just not. It's only so hard that thing can get, bud.
It might get it hard, just not bigger. Like,
Yeah.
so.
You're going to have a door stop.
Yeah. You can eat.
I can't.
You can kill all the turtles and eat all the turtle soup you want.
But the door stop baby
Yeah.
carrot.
Yeah.
It's,
Just maybe try blowing on your thumb real hard.
So there's just something humorous that they spent so much money on propaganda, the amount of ads that you saw on television with very clear messaging, safe and effective, wear a mask. There was no problem with the messaging. There was no problem with communication. The problem was that they were lying.
Mm-hmm. They were wrong, at
Yeah,
least. At
they
the very
were-
least, they were wrong.
They were wrong and lying, so you would have to address that. So let's take a look at what
Rob,
they are...
Rob the gear.
It's okay. Thank you. Let's take a look at what they are doing to actually make changes so that the next time they'll be more prepared. So the first is they're going to increase diversity. The reason that they got it wrong...
Dr. Menuhin?
well, I'm here for your appointment, yes.
I mean, is this racist that they think people of color have magical powers? That for some reason they haven't been hiring them, but if they did, they would make decisions that no other man on earth could have made.
There's always a magical black person in a movie helping white people all the time.
No, guys, we hired a witch doctor. It's going to be fine.
It's like Bagger Vance of the medical
Yeah.
field.
He's going to do a rain dance with his Indian friend.
We just need a clone Morgan Freeman. That's what we need.
This clone Morgan
Yeah. If we just had more Morgan
and
Freemans
Forrest
available.
Whitaker with that weird eye. Just, I can help out.
So here was the exact line. It's from CNN Health.
See the virus?
I can't.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Rob.
Here was the line. The agency will start a new equity office which aims to increase the diversity both in the CDC's workforce. Add that to the lens. I don't even know what that next line is. All right. And then moving forward, she's also going to ask for new flexibilities in the agency's funding. So they just need more money. That was the issue. If they could get more money, they could have it quicker. Right now, when Congress earmarks money for the CDC, which is also funny because the earmarks are a problem within themselves. But in other words, if they just had more money and more black people to spend that money, this could all be solved.
Dude, you know that Rims cures cancer?
Rims and spinners.
Dude.
Wouldn't that be great? Some guy gets up there
Subwoofers.
and goes like, we just need everyone to have new Nikes.
Jordans save the world.
My ankles already feel better.
Wow.
Hot tops.
The amount of bugs we're getting eaten alive up here. All right, here was the next one. This is from, I believe it was Zero Hedge. Director Rochelle Walensky began telling CDC staff Wednesday that the changes are aimed at replacing the agency's insular academic culture with one that's quicker to respond to emergencies. Now, does it help us if you're wrong faster?
Yes.
I mean, in other words, you were wrong about the
You're
lockdowns.
in sales. Every no gets you faster to a yes.
I
right?
guess
That's how
so.
that works.
Yeah. I guess if you can unwind your mistakes quicker. All right. That will mean more rapidly turning research into health recommendations. In other words, the issue was that they weren't quick enough. Remember Operation Light Speed that got us all this vaccine too quickly? It wasn't fast enough. That's the issue. Is that even if we have bad data, we got to make our decisions faster. So working better with other parts of the
Dude,
government.
they should come to a casino with me.
All right, and then here was the next line. For 75 years, CDC and public health have been preparing for COVID-19, and in our big moment, our performance did not reliably meet expectations. What a great way to say we fucked up. What a great way to define absolute failure.
Dude, also, they're doing the same thing with monkeypox. And we already had a vaccine that works for monkeypox. Like the smallpox vaccine
right.
works for monkeypox.
Oh, shit.
They're doing the same fucking
So you're
bullshit.
saying they just want to kill gay people.
Yeah. I mean,
Damn. Wait a minute.
clearly.
All right, the last line here that we'll read is, I want us all to do better, and it starts with CDC leading the way. My goal is a new public health action-oriented culture at CDC that emphasizes accountability, collaboration, communication, and timeliness. So let's start with accountability. I mean, the fact that you're keeping your job is proof of the fact that we're not having accountability.
Yeah.
True.
Collaboration, you're not saying that you're going to actually make the data available and listen to the public. Like, so what, are you going to stop censoring people? They actually just took Kennedy off, Robert Kennedy, who I don't even think he's writing on all that much stuff, but he just got taken off of Facebook. Collaboration.
Can somebody just shoot
Yes.
that guy? Like,
Oh.
too soon?
All right.
Not
Communication, which is a joke because, like I said, there was no communication issue. They were just wrong on what they were communicating. They were very clear, safe, and effective. It was all very clear. They spent their money. They communicated what they thought. And then the timeliness is the scariest part, where essentially they're going, we fucked this one up. This is classic government. But if you give us more money and you give us more power to act quicker without having to consult other people, then we can make the necessary changes.
Dude, if you let
Yes.
us be fascists, we'll run this.
Right. That is essentially the claim.
Yeah. Dude, the trains will run on time.
And then just their way of explaining failure, even this line I love. Unvaccinated people now have the same guidance as vaccinated people. Like, so wait, so in other words, what you're saying is unvaccinated people are the same, like, they got the same
They
immunity?
can't just say COVID's over.
They can't just, right,
Yeah,
they can't just walk
yeah.
it back and go, we fucked up. All right. Now, last story that we will address in regards to COVID is, so they're finally going, well, we've got this miracle cure. Sure, the vaccine didn't work, but we got this thing, Paxlovid. Now it turns out that 5% of people get Paxlovid mouth. Paxlovid mouth is being described as the taste of when you leave garbage out in the sun. Like, have you ever left your garbage outside in, like, a hot day and you open up the lid and it's got a specific smell? So people now have that taste in their mouth.
You have trash juice mouth?
You've got trash juice mouth, and if you go to your doctor and you go, hi, I've got trash juice mouth, you know
He
what they
dies of the stench and can't treat you.
Yeah, that would be great. They tell you
What?
They tell you that they can't take you off the medication because if you come off the medication, you're more likely to get a rebound effect. And this is 5% of individuals. And the second...
Hold on, wait a second.
Yes.
Is that why Joe Biden got the rebound shit? They were
Oh,
like,
could
yo,
be.
we can't deal with double old man breath. We got to get you off this.
Well,
And then he just got COVID again.
the problem with Biden is you can't get a read like that because he couldn't talk any more retarded.
Yeah.
Like he's already at peak, seeming like he's got garbage breath. Like
He's like, hey, my breath is so bad I can't smell this young girl's hair. I think you're going to have to take me off these pills.
or maybe that's why. Maybe the only relief he gets is when he's
The
shaking
cure
people's
can't
hands.
be worse than the disease.
No, but the other thing that was just funny about this is that the second this came out and enough people were putting it online, then the company, I forget the technical term, but they're like, yeah, of course, that was reported in 5% of people that they're getting. Well, it's like, well, you didn't tell anybody that. The other thing that's just funny about Paxlovid is that it might actually, the articles I read earlier on was that it might work, but oddly enough, it doesn't work if you were vaccinated. So if they finally have this miracle cure thing, the entire vaccination thing kind of ruined it. All right, moving on. Anyone else have anything that they, like, thoughts basically about the fact that we were demonized for a long period of time? Like, I know the three of us weren't vaccinated. You two were pussies, but that's okay.
This side versus that side. I see how it is.
But no, they really did talk a big game.
You know how many untested drugs I've put in my body? You really think I care about one more?
That is a fair point. No, but they are really just weaseling out of being wrong for 2 years, and it's astonishing that people aren't at least losing their jobs. So, any other thoughts? All right, next topic.
I mean, these
Yes.
look like fun pills to eat at a rave. It looks like they say pee on them. I'm eating them piss pills, dude.
Get the people.
All right, so the next big news topic is Pete Buttigieg is saying that
Skeet booty jizz.
that
See, because he's gay.
yeah, that's actually the face I feel like Mr. Rogers would make right
With
after
a dick in his ass?
Yes.
Like, ooh!
No, I was gonna.
Okay, neighbor.
I was gonna say, right after tasting tangy cum.
Or trash juice mouth.
Yeah. Where he's like, that tastes a little different. Have you been on Paxlovid? So
Tangy.
Pete
He's mixing it
Buttigieg
with his prep.
is saying that he's going after the airlines. And off the bat, if you want to run for president, that's not a bad move because the airlines are not favorable right now as they've really been fucking up flights. And so if you were to step in and get some concessions for the airlines politically, that's actually a good move. Now, what I've been talking about in regards to the airlines is that I believe that it's the beginning of kind of living in a pure socialist society where there was a bad government policy in regards to COVID and shutting down the country and forcing people to get vaccinated. The end result is now what we're seeing is essentially rationing, where they're pretending like airlines are working when they can't, and then they go, oh, there's a weather problem when there isn't. So, like, they're just straight up lying to us to basically protect their own ass on that there was a bad government policy. That's what you do in full socialism countries. You know what I mean? You go, we're going to get everyone health care, and then you just ration and you pretend like you're treating people. Now, it is unclear what the problem is with the airlines. You've got claims that government regulated that you needed more flight time, which essentially helps the unions, and it helps your more senior pilots because then they don't have to compete with new people entering the workforce. And so they're saying that a lot of it has to do with that there aren't enough pilots available because the regulation changes. You have the airlines claiming that there's issues in Florida that there aren't that they're doing military testing, and so there's a lot of times that they're not allowed to fly in and out of Florida, which is fucking up flights. The airlines are also claiming that there's not enough air traffic controllers. All of that is possibilities. Nobody is doing any investigating whatsoever into how many airlines are either unable to fly because of vaccine injuries. And I'm not saying that there is some high level. I'm just saying there's no reporting on that. We also don't know how many pilots might have quit the industry. So it's unknown to all of us exactly what has changed that all of a sudden air travel isn't possible.
And really, nobody's investigating why those Bloody Marys are so expensive in the airport. It's crazy. $24?
Yeah. Well, I do think they profit quite a bit by making you miserable because I find I'll start making compulsive decisions where it's like you're just so annoyed that either at the airport you're just like, fuck it, I'll spend the $25 on this sandwich and a drink.
For Wi-Fi that doesn't work.
You just start making the decisions where you're like,
Never works.
I am so
Never.
miserable right now.
Dude,
Fuck it, take my money.
Me and Rob were in fucking... The only gambling I did while we were in Vegas was in the airport because I was annoyed. Like... I was like, fuck it, let's go.
I had a funny gambling story when I got to Vegas. I was pissed off, and I didn't have enough money to play. Craps is a bankroll game. You need 10 times whatever the limit is. I'll just tell you the way Craps is played. I did not have that, which means I was playing a losing game. there was a guy there where I could tell he could roll. Like, I could just tell. Like, he was consulting with his friend. I could tell that guy could roll. I show up to the table. I throw down my $300. I lose it within 10 minutes, right? That guy, every time I left the casino the next day, was still there. He probably made like $200,000. I'm not even kidding. Ooh. I left at 6 in the morning. The guy was still rolling. 4 p.m., 5, like that guy was just stayed at the table, green stacks, but I lost money. Anyways, back to Pete Buttigieg.
I'm really way more interested in this craps table.
Oh, that guy could roll. And I fucked up. I got the read that he was going to make money, but what are you going to do?
Should have interviewed that guy for the podcast.
I should have. All right, so Pete Buttigieg stepping in, claiming that he is going to fix it. Unclear if it's government policies. I will say, though, if you're an airline and you're just selling flights that don't exist, that does just, like, that's not cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they just sell you a flight and then they don't have pilots for it. It's like, obviously, that's not going to work.
Dude, I was on, my flight got delayed like 14 hours in Arizona a few months ago, and I ran into some United pilots. And they were like, "What are you flying?" I was like, "JetBlue." And they were like, "Well, you get for what you pay for, asshole." They literally like said that to me, and I was like, you know what they do is they're just pushing it back because after a while it doesn't count as a cancellation. Like they don't have to refund you.
That's why they keep lying and pretending like, oh, just give us 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Just give us 15 minutes.
Damn.
Have you had the issue where they're overselling the flights? Where like you show up and they're like, "Hey, we're offering $200 credit to anyone who wants to just not fly right now and go to the next one."
This flight was $400.
Yo, I sat there for 30 minutes. I watched them go up. They went up to $1,600 credit.
I would do
until
that.
someone just goes, "Yeah, I'll take that." And they go, "Yeah, it's not worth going to Florida today."
Like, yeah, $1,600.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
$4,000.
I find sometimes there's clearly too many people at the airport. Like, it's almost like roulette to what. Like, there's a plane and they get to decide what destination they're actually going to service. So it's like you versus the LA flight. Like, where are they going to route this plane to? Like, they don't have enough planes for everyone. All right, so let's hear Pete Buttigieg stepping in, playing good politics, saying that he's going to solve the airline problems. Let's give it a quick listen.
Billions in taxpayer support during the pandemic. The nation's airlines are tonight under intense pressure. Improve their customer service, or the government could soon impose tough new passenger rights. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg. So now you're kind of laying down the law for the airlines. They can either pony up on their own, or you're going to enforce this for them.
That's right. I'm giving them an opportunity right now. We can do more rulemakings and even more enforcement.
In a letter to airline CEOs, Buttigieg writes, the level of disruption Americans have experienced this summer is unacceptable. Since Memorial Day weekend, 23% of U.S. flights delayed an average of 52 minutes. 2.2% of flights canceled, most in June. Contributing factors...
By the way, even that can't be accurate. And now they're saying it's weather-related. Like, even this piece is clearly not factual. All right, so let's read a little bit about the reforms that he actually wants to make, because some of them are pretty good. The Department of Transportation is telling the airlines that they need to come up with their own improvements for customer service, so the agency will proceed with a plan to order a rule change. The department is also creating a website eyed for launch 2 weeks from now that it hopes will easily show each airline's policies regarding cancellations and delays. Firstly, that's funny when you go to the government website and then you're arguing with the not counter lady about what's on the website. Like, good luck with that one.
Oh, yeah.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg called the travel disruptions unacceptable. The message to airlines is that you have to make it easier for passengers to understand their rights, and you've got to support passengers when they experience delays or cancellations. The first 6 months of the year, 24% of U.S. flights have been delayed and 3.2 have been canceled. I'm going to say that that's not accurate. All right, here's the reforms that he wants to make, and these are actually good ideas. He urged airlines to ensure adequate services for passengers facing delays and cancellations.
Free Bloody Marys.
Asking them, close, at a minimum, to provide meal vouchers for delays. Let's start with that. Meal voucher for delays just sounds like more people making diarrhea on the flights.
Yeah. I don't want to eat any of the stuff they're selling at the airport.
Yeah, and especially what they're going to give you the voucher for.
Not the free stuff.
Yeah, they're going to end up, instead of vouchers, they're going to be there with like goulash, like,
It's
you know,
ca-
like,
No, it's just
shit.
going to be those little tabs that come off the McDonald's fries for a smaller
No,
fry.
they're gonna give you
Yeah.
cafeteria food like rectangle pizza and corn or something.
yeah, the
The
cafeteria,
cat-
spoiled
like high
patties.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the cheeseburgers that Eric Adams won't let them serve is what they're going to give you for in LaGuardia. They're going to be like, here you go, bud.
All right, to provide meal vouchers for delays of 3 hours or more in lodging for those who must wait overnight because of disruptions, which I must say, when they cancel your flight overnight, I do think they should be paying for your hotel. But once again, they're going to end up doing like those fucking Chinese beds with like the circles.
Oh, the
and
tubes?
just be,
The
yeah,
Japanese
they're gonna
tubes?
give you a tube. That's what they're going to do. Yeah, it'll feel like you're getting an MRI overnight. So what are some changes that you guys would like to see to punish the airlines and make them actually operate a little bit more efficiently?
I mean, stewardess should probably get breast implants. Like,
Yeah, I'm okay with
I
that.
see pictures of flights in the 70s, and I'm just like, where the fuck did those pictures?
Bring back-
Is it still the same ladies?
Bring back the big titties.
Yeah.
I will say some airlines like
Put
Delta.
a pole in the middle?
Delta, you get some hot bitches.
Okay.
Right? You move over to Southwest.
Yeah.
You get some.
You're a spirit man.
You get women that get stuck in the aisleway. They're trying to make it through, and then
Like mailbox body.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah, they're the same shape as the food cart.
I like the idea of at some point just free booze, like it turns into a bar.
Oh yeah.
That would go a long way.
Yeah, it'll get real fucking Ric Flair in the 90s.
People coming over like,
We're allowed to helicopter dick now. This
Right.
plane's been on the runway for 6 hours, right?
One of the most, what you were saying, it's like no more just delaying it 15 minutes. It's like you guys know that you're canceling it. Quit
Yeah.
lying and just pretend. Or here's another one.
Or just tell me 2 hours.
give
just
my
tell
money
me.
back.
Yeah. Or don't tell me after I had to leave my house to make the flight on time that it's delayed 3 hours.
Well, also, like, I'm staying with friends. Like, I was in Arizona at my buddy's house, and they're just like, we don't know when this flight's leaving. It's like, well, just give me the money for a hotel, put me on a flight in the morning, and I'll hang out with my boy till 3 and go
Right.
crash at this hotel. Like, it's like, who the fuck cares? Like, I'm in a place that I can do stuff, and you just have me sitting in an uncomfortable chair because you're a cunt.
Right.
Like,
It's surprising to me because it's been malicious. They've been booking flights that are never going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
They don't tell you when they're canceling it. They lie about the delays.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one that I've had. They lie about rebooking you onto a flight, and then the flights that they rebook you on, like you have a direct flight, and now you've got a switch flight, and both the switch flights are delayed.
dude, I got rebooked on a flight back from Key West with, like, an extra stop, and I was just like, I paid an extra $200 for a nonstop flight. Are you guys giving me that money back?
course
and they're
not.
like, no.
Yeah.
Like, if you pay extra money on the website for the airline, I booked that through Delta on their shit. This is like, you owe me the money I would have paid for the fucking stop. That's $100.
I had that with Delta, and I sent them an email, a Jewy email, a really good one. I'm taught, like...
Letterhead, everything.
Yeah, I wind it up in that.
Gold seal at the bottom.
Cover letter.
Pushed his ring into the wax.
You wouldn't-
Sent it off with a raven.
You
With
wouldn't-
a raven,
you
a
would-
scroll. Send them a scroll.
There's a decree on high from Israel.
And I was anxious. I was
Philippians.
anxious. I rushed to the airport. I got there, and then they told me I couldn't be at the airport, so I had to go home, and then I had to come back again, and I didn't feel good. I didn't feel good that day, and then you told me,
I had to come back again.
and then I was
too high.
I was confused. I was confused.
The letter made the person reading it nervous.
He goes, and I'm lactose intolerant.
Yeah, it was like it was Death Note for irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah, I only brought enough medication for 4 days, and then you got me stuck there for 5 days.
This is unacceptable.
And then they sent me an email like a full month later, like, this was received, we apologize, and we've given you a $50 credit.
$50.
And I'm like, that's almost worse. Like, I'd rather
That's
be ignored
barely
than...
2 Bloody Marys.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
That's one neck pillow.
one neck pillow.
All right, so let's move
Sprite.
on to everything that's going on with Donald Trump this week. So the White House officials privately expressed concern about classified information taken to Mar-a-Lago. And I love this, like, you know, just you're concerned. Like, the White House is, it's like, imagine if you went into a police station and you said, I'm concerned that my husband's going to beat me. And they're like, well, why are you concerned about that? And they're like, well, I can't answer that, but just believe that I'm concerned about it. Like, that's their move now.
I mean,
it's like, yeah.
Hold on.
He started taking
I just want to say
jujitsu.
that I think women should be allowed to do that.
They got to give a
It's
reason.
not a great no.
You don't have to give a reason.
Yeah,
Has he hit you? Has he threatened you? Has he said? Is he off his meds? Is his behavior erratic? Has he given
playing
any
Chris
indication of the fact that you feel unsafe?
He's really mad about these Bloody Marys.
Yeah, okay. Then that's
Stomping around the
that's
house
at least
looking
a
for
reason.
mix.
What I'm saying is, if you show up and you say I'm highly concerned, and someone goes, "Well, why are you highly concerned?" and you go, "Well, you just have to trust that I'm concerned." Well, you might just be fucking crazy. You might not have a reason for your concern. Give me, you gotta at least give me a reason. I can work with a reason. If you're not even willing to give me you don't even have a lie to tell me why you're concerned, but you're just going, oh, but you have to believe because I'm the high authority that when I have concerns, it's legitimate. Like that's, you know what I mean? I mean, just in simple terms, it's an appeal to authority. It's like, tell me why you're concerned.
Okay.
All right.
That's it, dude.
My newest theory is that essentially what they're doing, this is like, I remember this scene in Independence Day where there's one
What?
guy. Like,
I thought that was the scene. I'm
No,
like,
no,
dude,
no.
what part was that?
Wrong movie.
This is Caddyshack.
All right. Just hear me out here. I remember there's a scene in Independence Day. This is not from Independence Day. I'll clarify. Where one guy's in one room, like, playing with the TV antenna, and the other people in the other room trying to be like, are we picking up the picture? You guys remember that? I even remember that somewhat as a kid, like, where you're standing above the TV and you're, like, moving the thing around, and someone's like, can you see it? Can you see it now?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what they're doing now with the Donald Trump story, where they're looking to us for what they can sell. So they started with, hey, it's classified documents. And then everyone goes, well, he can declassify the documents. And they go, well, it's the espionage. And they go, well, and what could he have had that he declassified that now someone else gets to determine would be dangerous for the country? Then they go, it's nuclear information. And then everyone goes, well, then why wouldn't you go get it sooner? Like, if you
Yeah,
had
it's been a year.
It's been a year. If you knew that there was nuclear information, why aren't you going to retrieve it? And now they're back to, oh, well, it might have been classified information. So firstly, this is on what we were talking about being a year. This comes from the Wall Street Journal. It was in the opinion section. Attorney General Merrick Garland deliberated for weeks over whether to approve the application for a warrant to search former President Donald Trump's Florida home. People familiar with the matter said a sign of his cautious approach that will be tested over the coming months. The decision has been the subject of weeks of meetings between senior Justice Department and FBI officials, the people said. The warrant allowed agents last Monday to seize classified information and other presidential material from Mar-a-Lago. What do you think is more embarrassing to the government?
That it took weeks to figure out the nuclear shit?
Right, yes. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
That if he actually had dangerous nuclear materials and it took you guys an entire year to go retrieve it, that almost sounds
like multiple. Like,
yes.
If there's ever been a better argument against bureaucracy, it's
hey,
we had to circle back and synchronize.
Yes, it's going that there was something so dangerous that we needed to go raid the president's house, but it took us an entire year to make that decision.
We had to make sure he didn't maybe put the nuclear football in the attic, like behind like the Christmas lights.
No, that's just crazy. A whole year? I mean, every movie I've watched that involved nuclear, it was like immediate. We have to get these codes back. Now it's like, oh, let's make it a year.
Well,
what?
That's why it makes it seem like it's just phishing. And then along the lines of, this was another one. Apparently, Trump claimed that he took his passports, and they said, no, we didn't. We took classified information, and then it turns out they had to actually return the passports to him. So we know that for sure they took information other than just classified materials.
Why are there so many stamps to Epstein's Island on this thing? So weird.
That'd be great. Oh, I thought I had another headline which was saying that, all right, I don't know. Let's see what this video is. I don't even remember what. Oh, yeah, this is great.
Is in his passport. Could it be possible they're looking at espionage committed while traveling? I don't know. I'm leaning toward the simpler answer. Your passport is not yours, by the way. It's the U.S. government's. It's a privilege to have it. They can take it down.
I want to pause it there.
That's dope.
What a fucking perspective is that? It's not your passport. It was a privilege of the United States government.
Wait a
to
second.
Give you
I thought
right
if
to
I
travel.
didn't like it, I could get out.
Yeah, I mean,
True.
What a fucking perspective. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to have a right to travel. It belongs to the United States government. And then this was the article. Despite Trump's claim, experts say there is no magic wand for a president to declassify documents. And this is what I was talking about at the beginning of the show, where it's like they don't give you the information. They keep dancing around it. It's like, just give it to me straight. Why did the FBI seize it? Was it because of classified documents? Does the president have a right to declassify? Did he declassify? It's like they kind of just keep giving you all the information around the actual information. You see what I'm saying? It's like they give you the realm of possibilities. It's almost like if you were playing Magic the Gathering, which I've never played, but it's still a good example. If you were playing Magic the Gathering, and instead of telling you the move that someone made, they told you the card and the possibilities of what you could do with the card. It's like, that's not the news. Why don't you tell me what actually fucking happened? As opposed to, it's almost like they've watched all the Marvel movies, so instead of telling you what happened in our universe, they want to tell you about all the possible moves that could happen.
Oh, it's a multiverse.
It's a multiverse, yeah. The news is now a multiverse of the possibilities of where the information could go and what the story could be, until I guess we almost pick our own adventure
Holy
of what
shit.
we'll accept.
CNN doing the
Pick our own
multiverse is going to be
adventure. That's
more
what-
boring than that movie Primer. Anybody else see Primer?
Oh, I've heard about that shit.
Oh, God. It's a lot of math involved in that time travel movie. Just fucking shoot somebody like Bruce Willis. Like, what the fuck?
Say
All
a
right,
cool catchphrase.
so
Yeah.
the next
I'll
topic
be
we
back.
have is the new IRS employs an army or harmless programmers. This was a big conversation this past week that they've hired 86,000 people. Biden claiming no one under the $400,000 is going to be taxed. And then us also finding out that the people being employed need to have military training. They need to have been in a SWAT team. So it's very...
They have to do 500 knuckle push-ups. They got to get jumped in like the Bloods.
like the Crips.
You know what it sounds like they're looking for? Chuck Liddell said that if he didn't fight in the UFC, he would have been an accountant. It sounds like that's...
What?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Get the fuck out of here.
It sounds to me like that's who
Meanwhile,
they're
he
looking
always
for.
argue with the CompuBox stats.
Just breaking heads.
Thought I knocked him out. Really, Chuck?
How can I help you? Fuck out of here.
All right, so let's go around the horn. Firstly, I think it's all clear to us. They're coming after all of us. That's what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't
I'll
even...
see you guys in 12 years.
Yeah, I got to call my accountant. I'm not going to lie.
Your dad?
Close.
His dad?
Your dad's dad.
My family's all lawyers. That's the route we did, yeah.
okay, yeah.
You get a couple options as Jews.
Those are the two.
The podcaster and lawyer.
So this was a video that appeared online this week that was showcasing agents doing a training exercise. And then it turned out that this was they do this on college campuses for recruitment purposes.
Beat up black kids?
Yes. Which lends the question, is the IRS trying to recruit people by lying to them and just being like, hey, you're going to do cool shit arresting people?
They all look like
Yes.
Doofy from Scary Movie.
Smell my
It's like a Saved by the Bell field trip.
Yeah, well, if that guy showed up, I'd think he was here for snacks. I'd be like...
Definitely,
Yeah.
Where are the Ritz crackers?
The top 1% has the 90% best snacks. I've never even had foie gras, and I'm this fat.
So, do you
Kinda
guys...
unfair.
What's the prediction? Do you think that this gets enacted of the IRS going after...
Oh, shit.
Whoa, wait
Oh,
a
shit.
minute.
Fat boy got a gun.
Well, they give
the
it
Black
to...
History program?
They give it to him to make him feel good, but really he's the shield.
He's the first line of the...
He does look like Michael Chiklis in the commish, too, right?
All right. We got some other...
Dude, hold on, wait a second.
Yes.
Those are government agents trained to go into a place and go, hey, guys, give me all your money.
Yeah, and they were walking
That
out
was
of
a
a
stick-up
courtroom.
kid
They
class.
should get Hasidic Jews to do that job. That would be... like that scene in Snatch when they robbed
Hey,
the
buddy,
diamonds.
what you doing? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you must have something. You turned it Asian at the
He
end.
goes,
but
take the water, leave the water.
you go, no, so you got...
This apartment is apartment. This is what the apartment is here.
You must have money in your
Yeah,
pockets.
come
No,
on.
come on. You're telling
You
me...
don't have- you can't afford this apartment? You look... You a spiffy guy.
All right.
He was BB guy.
Even
look
this,
good, dude. You look good.
even this headline alone, I love. Brian Stelter to depart CNN as it cancels reliable sources. How do you have a show called Reliable Sources and then cancel it? You know what I mean? It's like
Wasn't reliable,
if you're
huh?
the propaganda network and you launch a show called Reliable Sources, I would think you were pot committed forever. that you can't admit that it was not about reliable sources.
Imagine having a show that was like 100% true.
Yeah.
And then you just canceled it
Yeah.
because it was like, yeah, we found out it wasn't.
Yeah,
It was
you're
like
like
28%. We didn't know.
Not 100. No, it wasn't true.
Only 28.
You're like, we can't have the 100% true show anymore.
The true show.
It's nice to see
Not true TV.
Turns
Brian.
out this whole news thing isn't really a good business model.
It's nice to see him eat crow because he's been one of the douchiest individuals over the last couple of years. Now, if you had to guess, do you think his show getting canceled? Do you think he has some humility? Do you think he stepped forward and goes, I understand that the world's not interested in my propaganda anymore?
I assume he blamed Joe Rogan.
Oh, that would be funny. That would be even less classless than what he actually did.
Really?
But that would have been great if he just said, people are so committed to misinformation that I can't possibly compete with the likes of Joe Rogan. But by the way, I can't wait for him to do a rebrand and he ends up getting shredded and then he pops back onto the scene as an Andrew Tate character or something. Yeah. All right.
Brian Steele.
Here were his action.
New podcast. I'm sorry, Rob.
I'm
go
now,
ahead.
go
I'm
for
now
it.
Braun Stalwart.
Well, Tucker Carlson's got to be one of the best media comebacks ever because he was on.
Stop wearing bow ties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brian? Maybe
If
Brian.
Farrakhan could stop wearing bow ties, he could be president.
All right, this would be the best if Brian Stelter came back but with hair.
This is a full afro.
Yeah.
Goes back
He's
to
like,
like
"What's
Gene
up, baby?"
Shalit.
Oh, by the way, if he was really woke, he would transition to being a lady.
He's already got tits.
Yeah, he's halfway there.
So he would cut his dick off and just
Yeah. And he wears makeup.
He could probably just push it in.
just push it in.
Yeah. He just has to put on a couple more pounds, and it probably just gets engulfed anyways.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
No surgery, just folded in like a popple.
Yeah. That fucking grundle.
Oh. He does look like the small dick guys at the end of fucking Hereditary, right?
Holy shit.
I don't remember that movie. All right, CNN is canceling Sunday Media Affairs show Reliable Sources, and the host, Brian Stelter, is departing the network. Stelter tells NPR. In a statement to NPR, Stelter says he's grateful for the show and his team's examination of the media, truth, and the stories that shape our world. It was a rare privilege to lead a weekly show focused on the press at a time when it has never been more consequential, Stelter said, promising to say more on Sunday's show, its final episode. So in other words, he feels good about the work that he did. This is him walking away. I did great work, and it was an honor to have done the work I did.
It's just a shame that I was so unlikable that no one would ever watch all this great work I did.
It's a shame that misinformation is so powerful that people. He's like a church priest who's like, people just aren't into religion anymore. But it's a shame because I still have the good shit.
Yeah.
All right, and along the same lines of people losing,
Doesn't it look like they're gonna kiss?
a little bit.
It's like verses.
Yeah.
Verses.
She looks like more of a dude than he does. She looks like the bad guy from Richie Rich. I know that's an old reference.
that's
She
pretty
looks like
solid.
the
That
chick
is
from
solid.
Scrubs. She looks like the chick from Scrubs.
Oh,
Bad guy
Sarah
from Richie
Chalk?
Rich.
That chick's
The other Becky from Roseanne?
Yeah.
And toward crisis, lawlessness, and violence. No American should support election deniers for any position of genuine responsibility, where their refusal to follow the rule of law will corrupt our future.
Has this bitch ever heard a podcast? Ham radio? What are you doing?
That's
Just recorded on a sidekick?
Yeah.
What was
It's just it's
a Motorola Razor? Like
Hold on. It's the chirp? Where you at, bro? Liz Cheney.
it's the losing and then
MTA.
having no admission of guilt, or it's the double downing. It's like a Hillary Clinton move.
Yeah, it's not my fault. It's just that, my dad killed all those Iraqis.
and I don't understand HTML.
Yeah.
All right,
This is like the Karen hair from the 80s. I don't even know how to do this right.
we've got
But it's Alaska, so anything goes.
we've got Ezra Miller. I don't know what the fuck I just said there. Ezra Miller.
It's like a villain from the last 101 Dalmatians.
That's his next part is Cruella de Vil. He looks like a gayer Robert Patterson. Ezra Miller breaks silence on criminal allegations. I'm suffering complex mental health issues. At what point do you not get to play the I have problems and I'm seeing a shrink card? And what deep state demon dick did he suck that he's not just being fired and they want to keep him?
They suck. Fucking bigot.
I'm just saying, why is Warner Brothers that committed to The Flash and this lame fuck?
No, you don't understand. They like all of the other movies are based on the Flash movie.
Right.
So they can't make all of the other movies they have plans with.
But they
until
recasted the guy in Iron Man who's a great actor. What's his name? Don... No.
Yeah, but they like finished his story.
No, they just replaced him with John Cheadle. There's no other fucking fag that they could put in there.
Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Terrence Howard.
Howard's a great actor. They just replaced him.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, War Machine.
damn,
Don
man.
Cheadle. Yeah,
I'm saying,
yeah.
well, I guess, you know what it is? Black
Candy
people look
bang.
more similar.
Oh, tell the cops.
There's no two black people that look less similar than Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle and Terrence Howard. Two totally. That's dark chocolate and caramel. Get the fuck out of here
Don
with
Cheadle and
this.
Terrence Howard look like me and Menuhin.
Exactly. They're like, I can't tell the difference. No, you can't.
It's bad when you throw out a racist joke, it doesn't get a laugh, and you're wrong. Then you were just racist for no reason.
It's like they always claim something's wrong with me mentally. It's like you fucked up. Accountability. You fucked up. Like,
Rob's real stressed out. He didn't mean to say that racist shit.
Oh no, I'm talking about this guy.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I didn't even know that was the Flash until you guys said that. I didn't even.
Yeah,
I
was
thought
like-
that was a K-pop star. I swear to God.
It does look a K-pop star. I didn't.
Is he some kind of Asian?
I don't know.
The way you could have just said Oriental. It's he's some kind of Oriental. Is this some kind of Asian?
That's just the Italian accent. That's just like...
Is he some kind of Asian?
It all just sounds
What
worse.
is this guy? What
What is this? Some kind of wide-eye fuck?
The way, yeah.
He looks a little slanty. I don't know.
He's a
I'm looking at it wrong.
He's a little slanty.
Is he on an angle?
A little incongruent, Dad?
I think it's the trimmed eyebrows and porcupine haircut.
Did he get hit with a bag of powdered donuts?
What
Like,
happened? Why's his knees go scuffed up? Is he sucking dicks or did his father make him kneel in rice?
Sucking dicks and rice.
So this was making the rounds. The latest social media misinformation: abortion reversal pills. So this is another example of them.
Yo, an abortion reversal pill?
AKA,
Holy
AKA
shit.
these nuts.
It's like a Uno card for your vagina, just like reverse.
Reverse. Bring it back.
No, so apparently, no. So you vacuum it out and then you shove it back in.
You shoot it right.
Yo, what?
Hit reverse.
It's a Dyson. What?
Yeah. No, this is how.
Dude, it just looks like
Yeah.
when Eddie Murphy's turning into the Nutty Professor, but he's fighting it.
Yeah. Oh, baby back. I want my baby back.
So, off the bat, this is a good example of dancing around the story without giving the information. But as far as I can understand, when you take the pill for an abortion, there's a chemical that's released. And this is how girly...
It's dopamine, because you're so happy you don't have to raise that kid.
Yeah, that's not bad. And this is how girly women are. Like, we think, like... Because, like, they describe, like... This is, like... They describe anxiety. So women will apparently do that and then instantly be like, oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Like, even that decision, they're, like, instantly like... It was
so you're telling me that there's going to be at least one lady in, like, an abortion clinic, like, rabbit season, duck season, just keeps eating new pills.
It's like,
rabbit season.
Yes.
Duck season. Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yes. So
the kid disappears and comes back.
Yeah.
Just
like Nightcrawler in the second X-Men movie.
just in your belt.
Yo, what?
It's like a 3D printer that's just halfway working. Like,
It's like a turd that you keep sucking back in.
no, pan. Half a kid comes out.
Yeah. It's a woman's right to choose and instantly regret it.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's so dumb.
This
My
is something
gosh.
that's affecting potentially me the most, but why drivers could soon pay $23 to reach Manhattan.
Oh, it's 23.
And so essentially,
Pretty cheap.
It was 30 before.
Yeah. I was like,
well, to me, this is great if you're rich because you're probably going to get more poor people off the road.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is like, like if you're a really rich dude, you're like, are you kidding me? $23 and I don't like empty highways? Because, by the way, that's not just 23. 23 on top of tolls and your gas means driving into New York City could potentially cost you, driving alone could cost you $50 to $60.
so why would they say 23 then?
Well,
Not
because
for
that's
nothing.
23 is just for the
Just to be in Manhattan.
that's
Just
the
to
new
drive there?
During the
no,
day. Yeah,
that's the
it's
new
congestion
congestion
pricing.
pricing.
Holy shit.
But the congestion pricing, I'm saying on top of all your expenses for travel, and so from a libertarian perspective, what's wild about this is like the free market would be about competition. Mass transit got so bad, they're now going to tax the other product to cover their losses for how bad their product is.
Yeah.
Proper capitalism
Yes.
would have just taken the homeless people off the subway and put them on rickshaws. Dude, they're all hopped up on drugs. They can go fast on
Right.
those things.
It's like,
Yeah.
can't we just find people a place to
Sure.
sleep that's not the E train? Like,
Yeah.
let's all just pitch in and make it
the
not
G
the
train.
E train.
Nobody needs that.
Yeah, the G. Why just make another line
yeah.
like that? Let
Yeah,
them
just
sleep on.
Just
Sleepy
just a
Talk.
homeless
Sleepy
line.
Talk.
Yeah.
The homeless
Train.
transit line. The H.
The night train.
The H train. Get on the H.
Yeah, we
Just
are.
loops New York and this.
Yeah, just an endless.
Picks up homeless people.
Yeah.
The H.
It just looks like a bonus level in House of the Dead in
This
there.
is charcoal gray. Just-
I bet it's kind of nice. I've taken like we all fall asleep in the car type thing, so
Yeah.
that might be great for them.
yeah, just the H train.
Yeah.
Just jump on
And
it.
it just keeps doing circles.
Yeah, just around the city. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one would be a nightmare for me because when I come into the city, I drive. And it's also just remarkable that, you can fuck up your product so bad you'll go tax the other product. Any other thoughts on this?
Which is what, the location?
What do
That's
you
the other product? Is the location?
No, the other location is that you can drive.
Yeah,
because
the other
mass
product
transit's
is
bad.
Uber. Like
Yeah.
people are
Yeah.
just literally Uber's ridiculously expensive in Manhattan
Yeah.
right now, and people are just not forget the fact that the subway is ridiculous with crazy homeless people.
Yeah.
It is
unreliable.
Ridiculous.
Very
When I came
unreliable.
back from
But hasn't it always been? Like, what are...
No.
where did we
what was
fly
10
back
years
from?
ago, it was
where did we
solid.
hold on?
I
Where
mean,
did
I
we
had
fly
some
back from
crazy
before
shit happen
Vegas?
to me on the subway plenty of times.
I took the train back from JFK, and I got to a stop where I had to transfer, and they were like, "Yeah, like 6 different trains are out because of one signal box." And I was like, "Oh, all right, this
I
just
remember
doesn't
that.
work. I'm
So
gonna walk
fuck me,
home.
right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna walk
The
with all my
fuck?
bags."
Yeah, they just give you a skateboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one that's
I
in
would have taken
Bernstein's
the
truck.
skateboard.
I didn't mean. All right. So last topic that we're going to address
oh,
for
no.
today
Oh,
Hey-yo.
no.
is
Oh, no.
Shiny forehead McGee.
so there were viral videos last year about women documenting the process of trying to get into sororities. So
Oh, I thought she was trying to grow eyebrows.
There you go, yeah.
That's a solar panel up there.
She's thinking real hard about it. Yeah, that's her hydroponic grow. It's just that forehead.
That fucking ponytail so long.
I would ask if any of you guys joined a frat, but I know none of you went to college.
I ain't joining a frat.
I didn't go to college.
What was that?
I didn't go to college.
We know that was.
Yeah, you have a post office hat on.
All right, so
It's not even mine.
we're gonna
Yeah, you stole a post office hat.
It's the
we're
worst
gonna
part.
we're gonna watch a couple. We're gonna
Not
watch
even in the
a couple videos documenting this trend. Of,
Hey, a rush bag. I have one of those.
All right, so let's watch.
Okay, so I'm going to be rushing at the University of Alabama in a couple weeks, so I'm going to show y'all what I have in my rush bag. I'm
Coke.
going to be using my pink Longchamp bag, and I tied a little ribbon with my initials on it to the side so I know it's mine. There's literally so much stuff in this bag, my shoulder's going to break off before the end of the week. The most important thing in this entire bag,
The fan?
this fan. So I put a lot of the little things in this toiletry bag so it can kind of all stay together. So in that bag I have safety pins, a sewing kit.
This is one of those things where I'm like, I'm not sure why I'm invested, but I am. I'm like, why am I intrigued? Like, why?
What?
Like, is this survival gear? Or are you going out into like what do they make you do?
Why does she? Yeah, why does she?
It looks like she's packing for a one-night stand. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Dude, if a bitch brought all that to my house the first night, I'd be like, get out.
Plus 11 bracelets on one hand.
She's moving in.
My girl has lived with me for 5 years. I just gave her a drawer. and she sleeps in it.
I feel like this chick plays tennis.
She has a tennis neck.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. So this is video number 1. Video number 2. Well, we'll give it a watch and then we'll break it down.
Are they going to storm that sorority house?
They're going to storm the sorority house.
Man, no way.
I knew it was going to be some dance shit.
All right. So let's.
This is just his search history.
This is Rob's search history.
I stole that from Mike because he's off mic right now. But yeah.
All right. So let's start with what happened in the 15 years I'm out of college that dancing became like a way of expression. Like, I just don't even understand. But first, also, this is intimidating as a dude because like I've never been like I'm gonna go out dancing, but now like every woman can like people can like actually dance. Like
This is not dancing.
Thank you.
From the black community, just want to say, not dancing. What the fuck is that? Like, what are we doing here?
it's like coordinated. It's like more like cheerleader. Well, here's another dance video.
Is she about to?
That's it.
Dude, the disgust that came sucking out of your teeth.
Yeah, just.
It seems like a cheerleading squad for sucking dick. Like,
What?
yeah. If they're like we're I like power sluts. Like that would be the name of this band.
Suck the dick.
Yeah.
We suck that
We're
dick.
sucking dick on top of balls. We're
What do we want?
We want the cop.
Like I'm saying, if instead of Powerpuff Girls, you made the cartoon like Power Sucking Girls or
Power
something.
sucks.
Yeah, like
It's like.
it's like
the power buff girls.
it's like the fake attitude, you know?
Yeah, the attitude is what got me. The swing in shit.
Yeah.
It's like
Yo,
the,
real
no.
step up energy.
Yes. Yes.
They all have Julia Stiles lips.
All right. So as the world changes,
Just envelope slits.
and you know, all of these women want to join their sororities, it would only be natural that you would then have this next video.
It's like a PlayStation.
Hey y'all, it's Grant. Today is day 5 of Alabama Rush, and it is the first day of Sisterhood Around.
I'm just going to say this. Grant's got nice legs.
Right? So
A little too nice.
Yeah.
and yeah, so my dress is from Hello Molly. Thank you so much, Hello Molly. Love you.
You called this a dress and shit.
This thing is from Shin. My shoes
doesn't
are
know
from
anything's
Shin,
called.
and my ring is from graduation. Oh, not again. That is so funny.
Not again.
Yeah, that's it. So wish me luck today, and thank you so much. My makeup is done by me again.
What does that have to do with sorority?
That's who Bernstein matches with.
I don't.
On Tinder. Bernstein's matching with that.
I don't. What does that have to do? What?
No, so
There was a
It's
girl
his pledge
standing in the
video.
mirror
Oh,
the
it's his
whole
pledge.
time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was just selling stuff.
Yeah, no.
Did you see the girl
Oh, you thought
standing
it was
in
an
the mirror?
Amway situation?
Yeah, it was an ad or something. It was like, what is?
Firstly, that guy would kill it as a dude. Like,
Pretty handsome.
I'm just saying, like, do you know how much action that guy could get if he just stuck to being a dude?
With
Yeah.
legs like that?
Yeah.
I mean, those are swimmer's
Fucking
legs.
dams, yeah.
I mean,
See, even the audience is like, that dude, yeah.
Dude, I'd
Change
fuck,
back.
I'd fuck
Give him
this
the
dude.
reverse pill. Give him the reverse pill. Bring
I'll
him
be
back.
honest. He's hotter than the last group of girls. I mean, he could come to my sorority.
do you have to
Yo.
take acting classes to be able to do this that well?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm just
You
saying,
mean
like,
fool all of us? No.
whatever that character is, you know what I mean? Like, it's a commitment to being that. I don't know how to
You
say
mean-
it.
I mean, we all had like that kid that all of our parents knew
I mean,
was
it's
gay in elementary school.
They're mimicking
Right.
black
He's that-
women.
Yes.
That's what it is. Mimicking, they're
Yes.
mimicking the attitude and the style of a black woman,
Like,
and
that's
they
not-
twist it a little
That's
bit.
not even the way.
That's
No,
it.
no,
Yeah.
that's no. But I guess that's what's
Yo,
so
they're all
funny.
doing white chicks.
In
Yes.
reverse.
No, he's saying the movie
Sort of
White
in the
Chicks.
same way.
No, he's saying
though.
the movie White Chicks.
Yeah,
like they're
yeah,
That's
playing.
what I'm saying. They're playing
yeah.
white chicks.
No,
all
but
of them.
that no, but
They're all Marlon
you're
Wayans.
you're nailing it. That if you were authentically being trans,
Yeah.
this would not be the character. This is the character of a person doing an impersonation
Yes.
of a black stereotype character in a '90s movie. Like this is like Bring It On '90s dance.
Bring it up. Yeah,
like,
there it is. Yeah, that's that attitude, energy, and
Yeah.
and the same energy came from the dance from the one previously, where they're doing all this. That's black shit.
All right. That is everything that I had planned for today's Run Your Mouth episode. But before I call it,
White people steal black shit.
before
That's how we gonna end this episode.
before I call it an episode, I'd like to shout out one of my sponsors, sheathunderwear.com. Use promo code RYM. You're gonna get 20% off.
It'll make a white guy's dick look like a black guy's dick.
There you go. And
We could steal even that now. Sorry, bud.
Sid Floyd, why don't you give it the official endorsement?
What is it
Yeah,
called?
yeah, man, it makes my
Sheath
dick look
underwear.
great.
There you go. And then
Sheathwear?
Mike,
Yeah, it'll make your dick look like a tidal wave.
Mike,
You have no idea.
Mike, Mr. Nice. You were kind of on the far end of the table. You didn't have access to a microphone, so I'd like to give you the opportunity for the closing remarks of the live Run Your Mouth Maryland podcast. This is your moment to say whatever you'd like.
Like
Say
Jerry
whatever I
Springer.
like.
Whatever you'd like. Whatever you want to get off your chest.
And now, Mike Nice.
To get off my chest, I was sober for 2 days. Didn't work out. And I want to thank the Porch Tour and Run Your Mouth for getting me back on track.
Just shout out Mike's wife's cookies. They're delicious.
Yeah,
They're on
shout
that
out the
table.
cookies.
She made them
Shed
this
life.
morning.
I did it for the kids and the wife. That is our episode. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us. Have a good night. Let's party.
Woo!